Right then, there we go. So, day 3 of the Romford Film Festival, celebrating 10 wonderful years of the Romford Film Festival. We've just shown a block of shots, and I'm now here to talk to some of the creative team behind the Last Rehearsal. Do me a favour, let's go down the line, make my job a hell of a lot easier. Tell us who you are and what you did on this project. Starting here.
Right, my name's Carl Welch. I played the part of John on the project.
And I'm Emstzen, and I'm the writer and director.
I'm Harriet Philips, and I was an actor in it, one of them.
My name is Lisa. I played Elise, who is also playing myself.
My name is Daniel Rodriguez, and I was one of the actors as well.
And I'm Byron, and I was one of the actors as well.
So I'm going to start a little bit different here, and I'm going to ask a question I don't normally ask in Q&As, but what made you guys want to be in the film industry, and why would you do it to yourselves?
Love that.
Down the line.
Down the line.
Take your turns.
Am I in the film industry? I'm not sure. Well, it was John, the guy that passed, inspired me in a way. So a friend of mine gave me a reference to him as a director and as a coach, because that's his skill. And I went along and he asked me to read something. He says, do you normally read like that? I said, no. He says, well, why don't you just be yourself? And he was really, really tough. He said, it boils down actually to being yourself, whatever that may compile. And when the camera comes along, not to kind of freeze, just to be as we are now, just talking and exchanging information. And it's wonderful, just doing ordinary things in front of a camera is great. And it's not about, I'll finish on this, it's not about, oh, I hope they think I'm good. It's about, as he said, quoting his words, it's about having something to share with an audience. I have something to share with you. Can I share it with you? That's all. That's all. It's a story. It's only based on emotions. Fear, anger, sorrow, sadness, loss. And I won't forget him. He was great. He was also a father figure. And he was a really, really great guy. And he passed too soon. So that's my take on it.
I love that. I'd say for myself, it's stories. Making stories, telling stories, and working with amazing creative people. Yeah.
Addiction? No, like in terms of like not being able to stop being creative in various ways. So whether it's acting or writing or directing in different ways, I think that I don't think I could take myself out of it now. In even though there's other things I do, it's always going to be there. So yeah, I would say that.
For myself, I think it was seeking authenticity. And I also found films a way that I could, I felt like I resonated with them and learned about myself through films. So it's a path that I wanted to explore. And then when I found John, he was like one of those rare people that you meet like once if you're lucky in your life. And then he, shaped my life since meeting and, been honoured to work with him and have him teach us everything he knew.
I kind of fell into it by accident later in my life and just really enjoyed it. It was kind of quite new to me when I came across it, and the whole performance side of it was just, I don't know, it was really nice, like a space where it was almost like you had permission to be in the spotlight and it was okay, and I don't know, that really resonated with me and I just did it more and really loved it. So.
For me, it's I think what I loved about it is just being able to explore different characters, different places, be able to just come out from where I'm living to go into another place that has been created by another person and just enjoy that for 90 minutes or 2 hours. And then to be able to be a part of that and create interesting characters, be a part of an incredible world, sad, fun, silly, and make people feel something. and just to take them out of their normal day-to-day situations. It's what I love about films. Just any random film that literally just takes me out for a couple of minutes into somewhere else. I love the idea of that.
And with this shot, The Last Rehearsal, it's obviously very personal to pretty much everyone here, and you've all come together and made a fantastic project about a fantastic man. How long did it take from initial concept to getting this fully made and fully out there for us to see it? And also, what was the collaborative process like?
So, as you can probably hear, a lot of these actors actually knew John.
Yeah.
We knew each other through John. The story goes that John had written a play. We didn't know it was his final play. We'd all known him sort of through different phases of our life, and he wrote the play specifically for each of us. It is a phenomenal play, which we actually never got to put on. And then he got very ill, and then he passed just before we could actually put on the play. And that just left sort of this gaping chasm for all of us. And I remember I was sitting at home, it was probably after his funeral, and I didn't even have a desk. I was living in Finsbury Park in a house share, and I just had my laptop and I just started writing, and it literally came in one sitting. It came at once. And I remember I shared it with a few of you, but it was just too deeply personal to do. It was just this private thing that we all shared. And then 2.5 years ago, we just wanted to look for a project so that we could all just work together, because we love working with each other. They're the most amazing actors. And this was the one that I think you remembered, Carl. You remembered it, and it was the right one to do, and that's how it came about. So it was 1.5 years from start to finish when we actually went into production. It was a 5-day shoot, and just working with these guys, I mean, they are the heart of this film. And it's been an absolute joy just working with them.
And we have some amazing performances in here, and with it being so personal, pressure makes diamonds, doesn't it? Like, was there a certain level of pressure that you had you had to make this like almost your best performances, or was the subject matter what brought out the best performance in you?
Yeah. No. It was nothing to do with about the best performance. It was really to do with truth. It was, and I knew John. I wasn't mimicking. It was about just, there's the camera. These are the emotions. Let them flow, and see what happens. And obviously, well directed, because we were well directed. It had nothing to do with about, I hope this is a good performance. Nothing at all. If one does that, it's like you're kind of showing off.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. It was about an element of truth, which I hope came across. Thanks.
Just to add to that, I was going to say, I don't know if the other actors feel the same way with this, but I think because of the true story and us being together and having already done a lot of that together, I very much felt that there was already permission to just be and just be a part of a project, rather than it feeling like some kind of forced pressure that you have to get it right in some way. Exactly what Carl said at the beginning of you don't necessarily have to, it's not about being perfect or making it perfect, it's about the truth of it. And I think that when we all locked in, I don't know if everyone else felt this way, but I actually felt probably the most relaxed in an acting role that I've ever felt. So that was my experience on it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Colin did a really good job to set up an environment where we could be relaxed and be ourselves, and it kind of naturally let, I guess, all our honest feelings to come out. And it was just really beautiful to work with everyone on that because of it.
Thank you, Daniel. I will just add to that everyone actually came with something unique. There was a lot of freedom. I mean, Daniel and Lisa actually created their own performance. They had, obviously, I gave them a bit of direction in terms of, what the performance should be about, but ultimately they just went with it, and it was their creativity, their choreography that just, and we're like, that's it, let's keep it, nothing changes. And the same with Byron and his daughter, Sophie, who plays his daughter. You just worked on that at home, didn't you?
Yeah.
With Sophie.
Yeah, no, it's just nice to be able to bring everyone that you care about to make this thing. It made the whole process a lot easier. We trusted each other, worked with each other for a very long time. So for the most part, it wasn't a thing about, this has to be my best performance. Just remember what John meant to all of us, and then just let the words come out as naturally as possible. And just let people experience that, what we felt.
I did feel pressure.
Yes.
Yes,
I mean,
Lisa.
I think where I was going with that is like, is that something that the man instilled in you that gave you the freedom to just run with it? Like that's kind of what I was.
Yeah, it's a good question. I had one-to-ones with John when I first met him, and then he was encouraging me to come and be part of a lovely group of actors. But I always feel pressure and nerves before any performance or public speaking or anything. And so John, very creatively, one time when I came in for the first time to the group, invited me to run around the room screaming at the top of my voice. And then I was very humiliated and then shaking and sat back down, and then I actually felt really invigorated as well. And he kind of looked at me and said, okay, like, how do you feel now? And I was just like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. You know? So he was a very good teacher, and he really knew like what everybody needed.
Yeah, and he could see right through you, actually. There are some exercises he did. He'd say, I want you to face someone opposite. I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to look at them and think about something. And he stopped me. He said, you were just looking at them. There was no thought in your head whatsoever. I could tell that. So he really got inside your head, and he really understood what we were about. And he said, one of his famous sayings was, you are enough. You are enough.
And you're on set, it's a very collaborative process, you're making a deeply personal story, but I do want to ask, was there any sort of happy accidents or little things that happened during filming that you couldn't possibly have planned for and looks amazing up on screen?
Carling.
I would actually say it was quite, close to script to screen, other than, again, a few improvisational elements like Byron and his daughter, Lisa and Daniel, but we workshop in a rehearsal space. So that space was the moment to be free with no cameras. So that's really where we were actually finding our characters, finding our partnerships and the community. So that was our free space. But when we got to set, oh no, we were locked into like shot by shot. We had an amazing director of photography. We worked weeks in advance on making sure our shot list was there. If anything, we cut things. So it was pretty structured, which led to, I think, just also a little bit of relaxation because everyone knew what they needed to do. Nothing was like on the fly, but the experimentation period was really in those rehearsal spaces.
Yeah, I'll just say I think the happy accidents also came from you, because I think you did allow happy accidents to happen, sprinkled through the whole thing. And I think because of that, there were so many organic moments that maybe in your head as well, you're like, well, everything was planned and it was all sorted. But I know for sure there were so many elements in it that weren't planned, on shot lists. Like they just happened organically. But I think it was that freedom that you allowed us to have, and the process and the preparation that you did. And so it was just a joy to work with that. So thank you.
We had a really good audience in here this morning, so I'm going to throw out to any audience questions. Hopefully somebody or some people have some. Throw your hands up, and I've got the roving mic there. You want to run out? Get some hands up, please. Everyone's gone shy. Brilliant. Is there anything you guys would like to ask each other about this process?
You go.
I'll just throw one out there. What does this mean to you, and what did you learn from it for your maybe going forward as an artist? Looking at you, Baron.
You're very brave, Carling, for doing this. Everyone has these ideas of making a short film or a film, but the level of communication and planning and trust in people is kind of what puts me off, because I don't like to rely on too many people. If I could make a film just by myself, I'd probably be like, okay, let's do it. But I think anyone who makes a film, wow, it's a tremendous accomplishment. So well done. That's just what I wanted to say, Carling.
Oh, I love you guys.
I think just to add to that as well with you sort of the whole process and what you did from start to finish, I do think that a bit like what Byron said, I think everyone here to a certain extent, you know, has different things that they're doing at different times as well. Like I know that, you know, Byron, you're an actor, but you also, I know that you make stuff too, and then you too in terms of also just like the movement aspects of things and so many other things that you're all doing. And I think from project wise, like all of us here have done different things, different projects, whether it's writing, directing, movement, like so many different things. And I just think that you kind of taught us all that it's possible to do and also like learnt so much through the process of you doing it, and yeah, so I think that is one thing that I would say has stuck with me after this. It's not just the acting thing, it's actually like every single element of filmmaking that you have done from start to finish has 100% inspired me. So yeah.
Shush, I'm gonna hide under the table.
Yeah, it's fine.
So before I finish,
Yeah, I feel very proud of all of us, and this is also like a window into kind of my 20s, and kind of when I began out on this journey of wanting to be an actor, like I didn't know anyone in acting where I grew up, and I kind of really had to start from the ground up and decided to move away from home and things like this. And I remember when I began, I was like, learned how to edit my own showreel and do the whole thing and put it on DVDs. Like, it's crazy now, we have YouTube, like that wasn't there when I began. And also there was a lot that wasn't written in depth for women when I began on this journey as well. So like I just feel really proud and like amazed where we are now, and with these beautiful people who have become like my family during my 20s, and we all wanted to make John's play that he wrote for us, and one of the biggest challenges for me was that we didn't get to put that on because of not having kind of like maybe an elder who was in the industry who could help with legal things and things like that. That was really heartbreaking. But we did, thankfully, get to do what John wanted, which was, you know, to make something and to show it. And this was mainly self-funded, I believe, and then we had some contributions once we got things up off the ground. But yeah, just well done, everyone.
Yeah,
it's been a long ride.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
From me personally, I absolutely love your show. I think it's absolutely brilliant, and I think all the performances, I'm very much performance and dialogue when I watch these things, and that's all this is. It's just fantastic. And meeting you guys today, the creative team behind it, unbelievable. Thank you so much for submitting the movie to us, letting us show it on the screen, and most of all, thank you for being here today.
And on behalf of all of us, we were just so grateful for this platform. The festival, Romford Festival, is just insanely wonderful. I mean, the screening room is beautiful. The sound has never sounded as good. It is such a wonderful festival, and we hope to come back. So thank you to everyone who's helped select us. And you guys are fantastic, and we really, really appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome back anytime. Can we get a round of applause?
Thank you.